let's have a go at doing some WWE predictions for 2025. Harriet, start us off. Start the ball rolling.
Okay.
You had was this the one you had nine of them?
I have 9, but the one I picked, because 8 were the obvious, but one I'm really gone out of the box for. And
Okay.
bear with me.
Okay.
This might not happen. I have written down Wade Barrett and Big E debut as a tag team to face the New Day at WrestleMania.
Ooh. Go on. Tell us more.
Okay, so tomorrow Raw starts on Netflix. So there is a post show afterwards that's going to be hosted by Joe, Wade, and Big E. As we're talking smack in the day when The Miz and Bryan Danielson at the time had that big tete-a-tete, I think this is going to be the kickoff of New Day being interviewed by both Big E and Wade, and then they've already started poking the bear basically with Wade, and they have done with Big E. And I have a feeling this is the start of it slowly building up, because Wade is in training, as he has said, that he says he still has a match in him. Big E, yeah, we know he's still not 100%, but he might not do much. It might just be Wade or someone helping him. But that's what I think is going to happen. I think this is going to be the crescendo of the New Day's heel run, their big storyline going into 2025.
I mean, part of me is thinking or hoping for a Big E Rumble return. So basically, maybe he just comes back, eliminates both of them and himself in the process of just clearing the house. And then you've got that storyline going into Mania of him and getting a partner, Wade Barrett, coming back. Because I think there's been talk of Wade Barrett doing like a short program with Drew McIntyre as well. And now Drew's moved over to SmackDown, and Wade and Joe Tessitore is going to move over to SmackDown with Corey Graves. I think there's good opportunity for that to happen. But I like the idea of the tag. I mean, the tag idea is quite cool.
Yeah. I guess it also, thinking about this, the word long term, given what we've just been saying, but in terms of how to put things across, if they're being Big E and Wade Barrett are still doing sort of like the panel related things as well at events, that's also another way to be able to kind of expand and plant seeds as well. So
that's what I mean.
It's a really fun idea, Harry. Honestly, I mean, heck, Sean in the chat as we're recording this live is just saying like Harry predictions section hype. I agree. That's a really fun idea, and WrestleMania would be a good place to do it, I suppose. To make you attempt to make you add an extra thing here, will that be Big E's final match? Do you think? Like, do you think maybe he can only do 1 or 2, or do you think this will be the start of him returning long term?
I'd say a beginning. This is probably be like a start of, and if it's the only match this year, at least he went out and he had a big match of the year, because WrestleMania is the biggest platform for pay-per-views for WWE. So yeah,
I'm going to add a coda to that, because if he turns up in 2025 as an active wrestler, my prediction for 2026 is that the New Day is fully back together again. Yeah. I think so.
Kofi and Xavier will see the light.
Yes, as it were.
And it will be a new day. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Who wants to go next for their WWE prediction?
Do you know what? I'm going to take what my wife has said in the chat, which is more that I think she wants to happen than will actually happen. I think she said that CM Punk gets fired, and I'm going to disagree with that, because although I cannot stand the man's ego myself, he has proven, like, pretty much throughout his first year back in the company that CM Punk, when he wants to be, can be very much a company guy. I don't see him walking away, losing his job, getting fired, or anything like that this year. That is and probably another few years problem rather than anything. I do see him working limited dates, and I do eventually see him getting his wish of helping out with the next generation, because nothing quite says to CM Punk, who, let's face it, is around my age and is pretty much going to be on the tail end of 50. He will probably, nothing will quite stroke his ego saying those guys are on the in top of the mountain because of me. So I think he's going to be here for a very, very long time.
I mean, there is this current kind of rumbling from the reports of when he's when he's been back, and he's spent a lot of time down at NXT. The rumbling has been kind of Punk is maybe an heir apparent to run NXT once Michaels either steps down or moves up to main roster development, that sort of stuff. And yeah, considering the amount of times he's popped up backstage or just hangs out there, you kind of sense that's where it's going, which might be an interesting thing.
Let me put an idea forward to you guys, as we know that NXT Level Up is gone, but the rumored replacement is going to be the relaunch of Evolve. And what Evolve is, what they're establishing that as is it's the pre-NXT NXT.
Oh, flipping
now,
God.
Florida Championship Wrestling.
Yeah.
So I think it's a natural progression of what they've been currently doing with the ID program, what they've been doing with a few other things. Bring a few guys in, give them some TV exposure, and have a series of one-offs. And then if they take you on, you then go on to NXT. Now, there's a very good chance that for some reason you're going to need a backstage personnel for that. Who you're going to have running that? I'm not going to say it's CM Punk, but there could be a hierarchy involved, which you could then place like a CM Punk into that hierarchy. So that's what I'm thinking. Those are in terms that I'm thinking about.
Okay, I like it. It's a good idea. It's good thought. Yeah. Could happen. Could very well happen. Jeremy.
Hello.
Do you want to make a prediction for 2025 WWE if you can?
So I'm going to break the mold. I have two, but the idea is that whichever one applies is my prediction ultimately. Allow me to expand. So my thought process is that this is so dumb. So first of all, John Cena wins the belt at WrestleMania.
Okay.
And then I think it wins a belt, whichever one. I don't know. NXT title. Who knows? No, you know what I mean. John Cena wins a major championship at WrestleMania, and then his retirement match will be when he loses the belt, which I'm going to say will be probably will the whole thing about his end of year thing will be, will he retire as champion, a la like Trish Stratus did many, many years ago, or will he lose it on his final match kind of thing? That's my thinking. The alternative, should John Cena not challenge for WrestleMania? I know I'm breaking the rules. That's what I do. So the other thing is, when Cody and The Rock had their face-to-face after WrestleMania last year, I've got to get that out of my head now, we're in 2025, last year, The Rock gave Cody something, and we still don't know what the heck it is as far as I'm aware.
Oh.
Ian raises his hand.
Was it tickets to either the Red 1 premiere or Moana 2 premiere, or maybe just tickets for Moana's live action next year?
I was going to say maybe it was his own personalized Lorcana card.
Do you know what? It's a signed graded card. There you go.
Like, finally, The Rock is an enchanted card. Hold on to that, Cody, because I'll come back and I'll beat you for it.
So,
you're welcome.
So my prediction, based on us not knowing what that was, is in the year 2025, we will still not find out what The Rock gave him.
Yes. I'd be up for that, to be fair.
And it will be like one of the very few loopholes in storylines in relation to the bloodline that WWE has. And eventually someone will go, crap, we never... What is it?
So there were a few like rumblings when it happened. Like there's a story that went around the talk shows that basically Cody got himself, Roman, The Rock, and Seth a very nice watch to commemorate the fact that they were main eventing night one. And some stories suggest, or maybe he's just returned the watch to say, no, I don't like you anymore because you didn't. Which is a bit weird, because if you're a villain, why would you accept a watch from the hero that you don't like? I don't understand how that's going to work in a kayfabe situation.
No.
I'll tell you why, Ian, because The Rock pivoted.
Yes.
By the way, you're talking about him winning a belt, Jeremy. Are you aware that John Cena will be getting his own commemorative belt?
Which does look quite nice.
I really want it.
Dean is already considering putting in a down payment for it as we speak. And also, Jeremy, it's a spinner belt.
But Matty, I can't see it.
Well, I mean, if you squint just about, you might just be able to see the dollar signs from there.
Just in the chat, Sean's mentioned that Dusty sold a watch for Cody to go to wrestling school. Then The Rock found it, and that's what The Rock gave back.
Oh,
Okay.
That's beautiful.
But that's a great thing as well. But again, I'm trying to figure out, if you're the villain, if you're the villain and you're clearly pissed off at Cody and you want to get back at him at some point in the future when your movie schedule's freed up, why? That's the thing. I mean, it probably does make sense in a way, but anyway.
It would make sense to me on the grounds of The Rock is the chairman of the board. He is the literal final boss. Look how much dollar player he's earning in this, right? And this is said, look, I can afford to track down and give you this. If I'm capable of this, I'm capable of anything.
Yes. That could work.
Yeah.
That could work. The other thought I had, and it was kind of proven wrong, was it was part of the Unifalfa, like a little piece of it. So basically, it's like, after the event, I just beat Roman senseless and just went, no, you're not a tribal chief anymore.
And
that
then
obviously didn't happen.
Yeah,
is Cody going to unlock the Stargate or something? What are we talking about here?
Literally the gear that Solo Sikoa is currently wearing. Like, we had this beautiful romanticized thing where a bit of that got broken off because The Rock had Roman Reigns taken out back and beaten the crap out of, and was giving the pieces of that to Cody, saying, "You did this," and it was a beautiful storyline. It didn't happen. It didn't happen.
Just imagine, he puts the final bit back on it, it lights up, a gate opens, a portal appears. And it's the portal to pre-NXT or whatever it's called.
No. It's a portal that lets him travel the full Samoan dynasty. Like time travel, alternate realities where different members of the tribes are champions or rulers or something like that, or powerful.
How many cards are you going to put in the inkwell in order to summon that?
I don't know. This reminds me of the initial plans for the Jet Li film, The One, because Jet Li brilliant film. Jet Li was not the first choice actor and not first cast in the main role because it was Dwayne Johnson.
Of course it was. Of course.
And basically they had done all these like pre-production stuff for The Rock in different costumes and different things of like, oh yeah, I've done this, like, oh, this is a Rock who doesn't like that. This is a Rock that's actually a captain of the sea. This is The Rock who's actually a very posh aristocrat, that sort of stuff. But I just thought
The Rock is a Subway sandwich artist.
Yes. Extra cheese? Of course.
The Rock says cheese.
The Rock says, no, you cheddar. I don't know.
No, you cheddar.
I don't know. I'm going off on a bad tangent on that one. But yeah, basically, just
that pun was Stilton.
Oh no! Just think of the multiverse of the bloodline. The bloodline multiverse. It could happen.
We've added cheese.
We've added cheese. Right.
What's your prediction?
My prediction, and it also follows John Cena. And this coming from the person on the stream who's currently wearing a John Cena t-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my very bold prediction, and I'm going to go full screen for this.
Oh.
I predict John Cena does not win the 17th title this year.
So
it probably will happen.
Opposite of mine, then.
It probably will happen, but it's like, if I'm going to be something daring and bold, maybe it doesn't happen. Maybe it doesn't happen. Or if anything, he holds it for 5 minutes and then he's cashed in on.
Yeah. It makes you think. It depends. How much in love with Ric Flair is Triple H? That's what you've got to consider here.
I mean,
because evolution is a mystery.
I think you're right in regards to he won't hold it for long. I think that cash-in could be very obvious because obviously it has happened a few times at Mania before or at significant events. Yeah, in the back of my head, I was just like, can they actually do this? Can they actually give him the 17th title? But yeah, but they'll have to do it before the end of the year because
I think if I was booking, I think my preferred idea would be, and I think it's been mentioned on some prediction shows like Wrestle Talking about, my preferred idea would be he would win the belt on his last match and he get the Sting treatment. Basically, he wins as a champion. he retires as a champion, and the belt gets vacated. And then maybe for the next Wrestle or the next Royal Rumble, whatever, you do it for the vacant belt.
Yeah.
Rather than have a champion tournament, something like that. You just go, right, we'll do a circa 2016 or when Ric Flair won. We'll have a big fight for the belt.
And what you can actually do then, it makes it easier to like establish what your storyline for WrestleMania is down the line, because you've got so many people that can vie for that.
Yeah.
With so many tangents and so many different storylines pouring into the Royal Rumble, and then one could win out from all of that. So it makes a lot of sense. And now, damn it, Dane, I want that.
Can I add a suggestion?
Okay.
Where I would like it. This isn't a prediction now. This is just what my thinking. Given when Money in the Bank was held in London, and when he was like the surprise guest and was like saying, "Oh, we should do WrestleMania in London," that led to nothing, didn't it? But I think, given that reaction and how he put over the London crowd huge, he should probably win the belt in London or in the UK at the very least.
Oh, imagine if it was at Raw or SmackDown.
I mean,
have they announced like are they going to do any big events this year? Have they announced any yet?
Not in London. I think we've got Elimination Chamber in Canada. I think we've got Backlash in Mexico coming up.
Yeah,
amazing. That'll be great. That show.
Yeah. I can't think of any other major international shows, but knowing WWE, they will start announcing stuff left, right, and center. I think once WrestleMania season is underway.
Yeah,
they should do like an anniversary celebration of him at some point on a SmackDown, which is where he debuted, and probably do it at the place or the state that he debuted in, and then maybe that's when you can give him like the proper polished up facsimile of what that spinner title is for him. Because if you're going to give The Rock a lovely Brahma Bull title, give John Cena a lovely spinny title. It's all about America.
Make him the Make-the-Wish champion. Make-a-Wish champion. Because of the amount of Make-a-Wishes he's done.
Oh, yeah.
Get a nice belt for that. Get a nice belt for that. Anyway. But there we go. Those are predictions for the world of WWE. We will find out in probably 12 months' time whether any of us were right, wrong, or just being silly.
Just based on what we said, 2025 is going to be wild.
It's going to be wild. Buckle up. It's all happening here. And your best chance to find out what happens is here with BunkaMania Wrestling.